Well, hmm. Well, guess what? I'm Coach Toye Johnson-Vincent, your no sugarcoating coach, motivational speaker, certified life coach, HR consultant, focusing on talent acquisition and corporate training, and also including organizational development. But the real focus behind my HR background for so many years has been focused on talent acquisition and sprinkled in with training. And now that I am a motivational speaker, event speaker, conference speaker, you name it, I speak it. Um, of course, I'm even more focused on employee development because each and every one of your employees, if you are an employer and you happen to see my YouTube video, I applaud you because this is something that perhaps, even if it's one thing that I mention in this video, it should get you to think even more and more, becoming more focused yourself on your employees. So it's really difficult, for corporations to make decisions after decisions after decisions after decisions. And, but think about this in our daily lives. Can you imagine how many decisions you have to make throughout the day from the time you get up in the morning until the time you go to sleep at night? Or how about this? From the time before you go to sleep at night, you're already thinking about your next day, your next steps, what should work in your life or your career life, your educational life, your personal life, you know? So again, we never really stop making decisions. But why is that? You know why? Because that's what we're meant to do, make decisions. Hey everyone, thanks for joining. I'm Coach Toye. I'm talking about making tough decisions, decisions in general, but just decisions, period. Hey, share the video out if you don't mind. Have you ever made a tough decision? That's what I'm talking about today. As a motivational speaker, certified life coach, HR consultant, I mean, it's just amazing how many decisions that I would have to make in a day, one day. So imagine most of us on the planet have to make decisions every minute of the day. So let's start with helping how to help you get to making the decisions that will make your life easier, an easier flowing kind of day, evening, and just in totality, making your life skills journey work for not someone else, not for your family, not for your friends or significant others, but really making tough decisions for capital YOU. Tell me, how long does it take you to make a decision? How many decisions do you actually make or have you made this week? We're here now. What are we on? Thursday of the week, right? We have a few more days until the week ends. Then it becomes a weekend. Maybe you're making a decision that you think, well, this is pretty easy to do. I'll just make a decision. What will I do for the weekend? How does that play out? Does it play out into, well, my friends want me to do this. They want me to accompany them somewhere where you probably don't want to go. You probably have no interest in going, right? I mean, how many times will you make those types of decisions? And you're not even interested in being in that space, but you go there anyway. Why do we do that? Well, a lot of it has to just do with our personalities, just human nature, just the way our brains are wired. A lot of us have compassion for others and, with our friends, and we just don't want to say no. We don't know how to say no, thank you, even if you're tired, you're not interested in going, or something like that. So, That's just a basic thing that you probably haven't thought of this, but it can be kind of, a struggle to say, I am just not going to go to that particular event, not this time, even if a friend is encouraging you to do so. So, again, I was just talking about today about how to make tough decisions, but when you make them, be intentional about what would work for you. That's what I'm talking about. What would make for you, okay? And the thing is, what doesn't work for you? Are you still doing the same thing over and over and over? Are you still making the same decisions over and over that has not served you well? If that is the case, it just doesn't work. Hey, everybody, thanks for joining. I'm talking about tough decisions. Have you ever had to make a tough decision in your life? Right? Have you ever? I'm sure all of us had to make one or two or many more, hundreds perhaps, in our lives. But what really makes decisions work is it has to work for you. Okay? It has to work for you. Hey, everybody, Aubrey, Pandit, guest, Ganesh, and Isaac. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Making decisions is not going to be easy at all, not most of the time. And you have to take things in steps. And because, again, my background is a motivational speaker, I'm always trying to motivate you to do something, not necessarily sell something, right? So if you are a business and you're trying to sell a product or you offer services, right, with your professional background, well, you're making decisions all of the time. You're probably making a decision as to, well, how much does this product or will this product cost today? And then you say, oh, maybe I shouldn't have it that low price, right? But you made the decision to do it anyway. And then that decision cost you. It just didn't work. So that's what I mean. We're always making a decision, whether right or wrong, but it should be intentional that it works for capital YOU. Please share the video out. Please share this live out. I appreciate it. And if you're not currently following me, I appreciate you to go make sure you subscribe before you leave the video. I appreciate you. Thank you, Isaac. Make sure you subscribe and have a great day. Um, Again, there's a couple of reasons why decision making is tough. And it's tough for a lot of us. Some people say, oh, I make decisions all the time. It's not really that tough. It's not really that hard. It's not that difficult. It doesn't affect me. You have to trust and believe every decision you make does affect you, whether it be good or bad or indifferent, but it does affect you. And the people that surround us, whomever you surround yourself with, hopefully they are good people and they are people that mean well for you. So when they're asking you something and you're trying to decide if you are going to answer yes, family member. Have you ever heard of divorcing a family member just over things, tough decisions, but you had to make it because the relationship was really not that great and it wasn't going anywhere. It was only leading to a lot of stress. Those are heavy decisions that we oftentimes will put on ourselves. But again, it's just something we have to do, right? So again, if you are just if you're just joining or you've already joined, I appreciate if you could uh, go ahead and send this the video. I appreciate that. Go ahead and send the video out. All right, and share it. Okay, sharing is caring. Appreciate you for doing that. It's not really that hard when we make decisions. Once that happens, you made the decision. Have you ever made one, and then you had to go back and you had to revert and say, oh, I didn't mean to make that decision? Well, we're in the fourth quarter. So every decision you make, whether it's regarding your business, your career life, your educational life, your personal life, um, it's just going to be something that you have to do, right? It just is. So, with that said, you need to think, starting with it's just the regular ABCs, just start from basics. Number one, these are how you think about it, how you making tough decisions. First, you have to decide, what is it worth to you? What is it worth to you? And when I say that, I don't mean necessarily monetary or money wise. I just mean, what is it worth? Is it going to help you? And if it is monetary, will it help you monetarily? Right? So, as a speaker, right? Most speakers, we're always looking to get paid as a speaker, right? But not all speaking engagements are paid. I mean, it's just a simple fact. Even in the coaching realm, same difference. But sometimes it may not be what you want monetarily, but you accept the speaking engagement anyway. And you show up, and you're able to provide, an excellent presentation to a fantastic audience. But guess what happens? Even though the pay may not have been what you wanted, right? As a speaker, and I'm just giving this as an example, then what happens is you have an opportunity as a speaker to network with the audience. So whether it's before or throughout the event and after. So in that case, that's how I make a decision if it comes to that for me as a speaker, and as it relates to being, asked to speak at an event. So again, I know many times we think, okay, the money, that's it. It's that's the bottom line. Well, at the end of the day, we understand money is great, and we need to think about that as a sub bottom line, but it's not always the bottom line. And when you think of it in terms of the worth, and that's what I mean. So I would prefer to, yes, to get whatever I deserve, but then I've made decisions and they were tough because I know that the organization that was leading into that particular engagement, there were going to be multiple people that I would have had access to, and being able to access them after the event is over, including throughout. So again, whether that means exchanging your business cards or exchanging numbers, exchanging email, whatever it takes. So that's one example. Then, and that's what I mean. So make a tough decision. That's what you always have to remind yourself. There's got to be at least two, if not more, decisions for you to say, yes, something has to work for capital YOU. So if you're not going to pay me that amount that I'm looking for, right? Then I have to think of it as, okay, well, if I do this event, what is in it for me that's going to work for me, capital ME? And in this case, to my listeners, capital YOU. All right, second way, think about tough decisions in your life. Perhaps it's something you have to actually walk away from. And when I say that, it could also mean that you're walking away from, just amazingly, you may have to walk away from friendships. You may have to walk away from other types of relationships that you either currently in, or just started. Believe it or not, I mean, some relationships last a day, right? Maybe for others, maybe those relationships only lasted a couple of hours or minutes, and you thought it would last forever. And those are tough decisions. So again, you have to sit down, whether you're talking something out, and you have to make a decision to get the facts, get everything you need to make an intelligent. And what I mean by intelligent, I also mean utilizing your emotional intelligence to make that decision work for you, rather than just walk away and just say, no, no, I don't want to do this X, Y, and Z. I can't take it any longer, blah, 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 whatever you want to say in relationships. But get the facts. Utilize the facts, what you are able to utilize, and make the decision that's right for you and or your business. I mean, that's